I've had this while I was watching your videos. This thought came to me. My 600-pound life. If you were to be the life coach of one of the people on that show, I'm sure you've probably maybe subconsciously had like, I would do that to help. How would you attack that as a subject?
That's a great question, because you work with a lot of different people with a lot of different mental and physical barriers when you do coaching. Like, you hear it all. You hear all the excuses. You hear all the motivations behind it. You hear some really great stories, and you get to learn a lot about people. So I would really dig into their why. So you're 600 pounds. You want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? For a lot of those people, it's like, I don't want to die. I mean, genuinely, like that's where on that show, from what I've seen, it's like the doctor told me I am going to die in 3 years, so I need to turn this around. So I'm like, okay, waking up in the morning is pretty cool. So let's continue to do that. So in order to continue to do that, I'm not going to fear monger though. People do that. Like The Biggest Loser back in the day, dude, they would just literally maim the contestants. Like, dude, just insult it. Like, you are going to die. Like, that is terrible. That is not the way to go about it. Just like completely fear mongering. That's not how you do it. No, but I would attach their why. I was like, okay, why do you want to do this? Okay, cool. So let me take your lifestyle right now and shift one habit first. Okay, you're walking 500 steps a day, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Most people average like 5,000 to 6,000. Okay, let's get that 500 to 1,000. That's all I want you to do this week. Don't do anything else different. Only get from 500 to 1,000. Did that for a week straight? Perfect. Okay, see all that soda that you're drinking? Let's make it a diet soda. That's all I want you to do this week. And then just stack them. Their lifestyle is not really changing.
Yeah.
But the calories are going to start dropping.
And
then the weight starts dropping.
In the show, they always go to, they're like, got to get to that weight loss surgery. Got to get to.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, it's always like 100 or 150 pounds. But when you're at like 600, that's you're still at 450.
Right.
It's still, you still got to get those habits down. I wonder is that show still going on?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't really watch cable TV.
Yes.
I don't really know.
I haven't had TV in a long time.
Yeah.
But it is weird. It's hard. It's like you feel bad, but it's also like you kind of dug yourself. Coming from someone that did have to lose that weight, can you relate to them? Obviously, you were
no,
never
yeah.
You see some. I mean, you can relate
absolutely
in different ways.
100%. And you see yourself in a lot of it, and you try not to think of yourself. I wasn't that bad, but in some aspects you were, dude. Like I made those excuses all the time. Sometimes, I mean, obviously, I don't know. I haven't watched the show, so I'm not. I'm not typically dealing with people that are that heavy, but there are a lot of parallels. I mean, it's more so of a mental thing than anything, I'm a completely different person, not just physically, but mentally. Like, my whole mental shift during the weight loss is completely like, you realize how much you're capable of. And I had a lot of self-hatred issues. So a lot of people there have a lot of self-deprecation issues and don't believe in themselves and anything. And it sounds corny. It sounds very surface level. But if you really dig deep, like, okay, why don't you think you can do this? Then you get somewhere. And then, people usually start breaking down and like you get real deep about it sometimes. But that's something that, obviously I never really had struggles going to the gym personally. Some people do. And when you're at that level, when people aren't, struggle getting off the couch, struggle showering themselves, that's, something I never had to deal with. But there are definitely some parallels for sure.